To live a truly successful life, you must understand that money exists in many forms beyond cash. This is especially true if you have a dream, but your wallet looks like it needs CPR. Let me tell you the story of Nkechi, a young Nigerian woman with big dreams and an even bigger appetite for jollof rice, and success too. Nkechi had always been the life of the party, not because she danced well, she didn't, but because she made the best puff puff in the entire neighborhood. You know the type, golden brown, perfectly fluffy, and sweeter than your auntie's unsolicited advice. Everyone loved Nkechi's puff puff, but as much as people praised her, they never paid her. Why? Because she never asked. Nkechi was as generous as the Naira is stubborn during a currency crisis. One day, after yet another thank you from her freeloading neighbors, Nkechi decided to turn her puff puff skills into a business. The problem? She had no cash. Like, zero. Her bank account was so dry, it could have been mistaken for Harmattan season. But Nkechi, being the sharp Naija babe she was, realized that money isn't always cash, it can come in many forms. She started with her uncle Ebuka, a retired soldier who was famous for having a generator that could power an entire compound. Nkechi approached him with her sweetest smile and said, "Uncle, I have a business idea that will make me rich and famous, but I need your gen to power my dream." Uncle Ebuka laughed so hard, he nearly fell off his chair, but he agreed, on one condition. "Nkechi, anytime you make puff puff, I must have my own sample for life." Next, she turned to Mama Chinyere, the owner of the local provision store. Nkechi had noticed that Mama Chinyere's bread sales had been dropping because, let's face it, the bread was as hard as a failed relationship. Nkechi offered to sell her puff puff at the store, promising to split the profits 50-50. Mama Chinyere agreed, partly because she liked the idea and partly because she couldn't resist Nkechi's charm and puff puff samples. But the funniest part was when Nkechi needed a frying pan. She went to her best friend, Saad, who had a frying pan big enough to double as a satellite dish. Saad initially refused, saying, "Nkechi, if you spoil this my pan, just know you'll be frying puff puff in heaven." Nkechi swore on her mother's jollof rice recipe that she would return it in perfect condition. Saad reluctantly handed it over, muttering, "Better return it before my spirit visits you in your dreams." With the generator, the frying pan, and a spot at Mama Chinyere's store, Nkechi got to work. She didn't have money for posters, so she spread the word the old-fashioned way, by shouting, "Fresh puff puff. Hot and sweet like me," as she walked through the streets. Her first batch sold out in an hour. People started placing orders faster than she could fry, and Uncle Ebuka's generator became the MVP of the operation. In no time, Nkechi's puff puff business became the talk of the town. She reinvested her profits to buy her own equipment and even hired Saad as her official puff puff quality control officer, though Saad ate more than she inspected. The moral of Nkechi's story is simple: money is more than cash. It's your skills, your relationships, your resourcefulness, and your ability to make people laugh even as you hustle. Nkechi didn't let her empty wallet stop her from starting her business because she understood the value of the resources around her. And if Nkechi can turn puff puff into profit, what's stopping you?